Can you get him a Pepsi? Please. Take a couple of minutes and get me some food.
That's okay.
Mike, as I told you, I'm a police officer. I'm with the DCI. I got some other people coming here to help us kind of get this whole thing figured out, okay?
Okay.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm tired. I haven't slept in like 4 days, so...
You haven't slept for a while?
Yeah.
Okay. If you need to use the restroom or anything like that, just let me know. So you ordered some food at McDonald's, and now that's cold, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess I didn't ask you if you wanted a cigarette or anything like that.
If I can, yeah.
I don't smoke, but if one of these officers has a cigarette, we might.
There's a whole carton in the car.
Pardon?
There's a whole carton in the car.
I'm assuming this is probably no smoking building, but sometimes people probably break the smoking law without it. I think somebody's getting me a pot for a second. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do.
I'll be right back.
Somebody getting that pop? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because they were going to get the Pepsi one.
Hey, Don? Hey, Don? Might be out of luck on the cigarette part, because I don't think anybody here smokes. Sorry about that. No, hold on a second. Got that guy bringing me a sandwich. I could probably... I'm just going to have you grab a quick pack of cigarettes and a book of matches. Any kind of cigarettes, probably. I don't know. You have a preference? Any kind.
Newport.
Pardon?
Newport.
Newport, he says. That's what he said. You got a book of matches, too. Grab a couple. Just grab a couple. I'll pay you for them. Yeah? All right. sure what kind of sandwich. McDonald's is closed, so I couldn't get you the McChicken. We're doing the best we can as far as the food, but they stopped at a convenience store and get you a couple sandwiches and cigarettes. But I'm from a town about 30 miles from here, so it took me a while to get over here, and I've got some other of my people coming over to help and do some things for me. So we'll get you something to eat, and if you want a cigarette, we'll get you a cigarette. And match? Okay. Somebody's got a cigarette. Somebody's got a match. Okay. Got you one cigarette. Now we just got to come up with fire.
So do you need like any of my information or anything?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we'll be talking about, Mike. But I'm gonna let you eat and smoke first, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm getting you a sandwich.
I'm smoking here.
Smoking here. You're not gonna get in trouble for smoking in here, okay? I'm hoping there's not a smoke alarm right above your head or something. But yeah. Anyway, I'm from a town about 30 miles from here, and so it took me a while to get over here, and we're gonna get some other people over here that will be helping me. And you a football fan?
Not really this year.
Not this year? Did you ever play football?
In junior high, I played football.
Yeah. What position?
Running back.
Running back? Pretty good?
I thought I was pretty good on fast, but
Yeah. You didn't play this year though?
I quit a couple years ago.
Yeah. You watching any football on TV?
Watched a little bit, but I'm losing faith this year.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Vikings, I don't know what
They got
watched down here.
Yeah, what the heck's going on with Minnesota? I don't know. They were supposed to have a good year, but
I think Brett Favre was just kind of a dried up old man.
you have to call him old. I think his best years are behind him, but
I think it's his last season.
yeah, it's too bad he didn't quit after last year because he had a good year last year. Good year last year. He had a good year. Yeah, between them and the Dallas Cowboys, I'm not sure who's going to end up having a worse year. But you watch any college football?
Not really.
Yeah.
The Gophers haven't been doing very well either.
Pardon?
The Gophers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I'm not even sure if Iowa's played them yet this year. I watch a little bit, but I don't keep a real close track on things, and
I have a PO, but I can't think of his number off the top of my head though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that it takes this long to get you a bottle of pop. I've never been in a police department where they don't have a pop machine or a refrigerator that's got pop in it. This is a new experience. Usually you can get pop like you can get coffee, or usually that's pretty easy to get access to.
So do you know like what I'm being charged with, or like if anything?
Well, hold on one second here. Hey, Mark?
Yep.
Right here. Thanks. Thank you, and I will get you reimbursed.
I'll be here.
All right, thanks.
You need anything else today?
Not right this second.
I'll let you know before I go.
All right. Tell you what, that's about good. You don't have to eat them all. Eat what you want to eat. Thought maybe there'd be a receipt in there, but you know what? I might end up having one of these. What do you get you?
You can have that one.
Okay. Thought there'd be a receipt in there, but there's not a receipt in there. And if you want to snuff that out and relight it later, go ahead and do it. I don't care. What they get you for sandwiches? What do you got for choices there?
I got ham and cheese, chicken salad, and ham
How
and
far
cheese.
are you? All right. I'll talk to you when you get here. Yep, the police department, yeah. All right. What do you got again?
2 ham and cheese and a chicken salad.
Okay. Well, have whatever you want to have. You got that put out?
For the most part.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm being charged for?
Well, I guess my preference is let you go ahead and eat first, and then we'll talk, okay? That work for you?
Yes.
Okay. How long has it been since you had something to eat?
It's been a while. I've just been eating like chips.
Yeah. When's the last time you had a sandwich?
A couple days.
Really? Candy bars or anything like that, or? Okay, well, probably a good time to eat a sandwich and get something in your stomach. Does the thing taste any good?
It's alright.
Yeah.
Best thing I've had in a few days.
Yeah. Sometimes you get those sandwiches from a store, you know, and which is where I assume they got these, but sometimes they've been, you know, they're not the most fresh things, but those look pretty fresh there.
I used to eat the expired sandwiches at the deli when I worked at Kum and Go.
Oh, yeah? Oh, you got it already?
I'll get it.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Well, you're right.
How's it going? Good. You talked to Chris, or? Okay. Waiting for Mike. Yeah, okay. Give him a quick call. Well, yeah, we're all right. Use your matches down here? Oh, you got a lighter, didn't you?
There's matches down there?
Yeah. What are the odds?
Oh, that might have been in his bag.
Oh, I bet they fell out of that bag, didn't they? Yeah. Yep. Excuse me.
What city are we in?
This is Webster City. You ever been to Webster City before?
I think I drove through it today. I thought we were going to Fort Dodge.
Hello. Yeah. Webster City Police Department, come there. All right, thanks. Yeah, Webster City's about 20 miles from Fort Dodge. You ever been to Fort Dodge before?
I got lost there today.
Oh, you got lost there today?
I was driving around.
In Fort Dodge? Huh.
I had no idea where I was going.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's where I work out of, and it's a little bit confusing town if you haven't been to it before. It's you know, it's like any town. If you
Yeah, it's like, I bet you know it pretty well.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well,
a lot of people say that about Minneapolis. Like, I know Minneapolis like the back of my hand. So.
yeah. I see. I've been to Minneapolis a few times, and yeah, I can get lost in about 5 minutes. But I'm sure, like what you say, once you've been there for a while, and you know, you got reference points. You know.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to find your way around. Now, I've only been up to Minneapolis probably a half a dozen times in my life, and it's easy to get kind of lose your bearings and not know for sure where you're at. But
I've only been in Iowa a few times in my life.
really,
I don't know if you know where Charles City is.
sure.
There's a pheasant hunt out there.
Oh, really? You like to hunt?
Not really anymore.
Yeah. I
just don't really have the patience.
yeah. Yeah, I've been to Charles City. Now, Charles City is probably pretty close in size to Fort Dodge. Both river towns. I've been through Charles City a few times. I guess I haven't spent a lot of time there. It's funny because it seems like if you're from Minnesota, you go to Iowa to pheasant hunt. If you're from Iowa, you go to Minnesota to pheasant hunt. And if you're from South Dakota, you go, you know, everybody seems to go to another state to pheasant hunt. It's like, I don't know if that's because they just want to get away from home for a little bit, or because they think the pheasants are actually more plentiful in the next state over. But
Well, like, from my experience, pheasant hunting in Minnesota, like, I've never had luck, except for when we're at a game farm, so.
oh, really?
We come down here, and there's a lot of land we can hunt, so.
Yeah,
I have a lot better luck.
yeah. Like I said, I've never really got into hunting. I kayak and do things like that, but never got into hunting. You ever do any canoeing or kayaking?
I canoed in the Boundary Waters.
Really? It's a big body of water, huh?
I was up there for a week.
Wow.
And it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I had a good time, though.
You ever been in a kayak?
Mm-hmm.
I got into kayaking several years ago, and I'll tell you what, I just love it. They're more, you know, they sit a little bit lower in the water. They're more stable than a canoe, and well, there's not too many things I'd rather do than go kayaking. And even this time of year when it's kind of cold, it's just a pretty doggone nice form of exercise and get outside. And it's hard to beat. In fact, I own about, well, I got 4 kayaks. I got 3 one-person kayaks and a 2-person kayak, and I'll go right up until the water freezes. You know, I've been out there when there's ice in the water, and, you know, real thin layer where you can still get through it, but it's, but I've never been up to the, never been up to Minnesota kayak, and I've talked to some people who've gone up there canoeing and whatnot, and, well, they say it's really pretty. You ever been up to Canada? I went up there once with some guys that went bear hunting, and I didn't have a kayak with me. I wish I would have had one, because, boy, they got some beautiful water up there. They went up to go fishing and bear hunting, and I kind of went along for the trip. But they were hunting bear with bow and arrows.
Bow and arrow?
Bow and arrow. Get up in a tree. What they would do is they put out bait, basically like, you know, 50 pounds of donuts and cookies and, you know, whatever.
Yeah, my dad did that. He used to go to the Hostess factory and call expired donuts.
Yeah.
But then all on the ground.
What was he baiting? Bear?
Big bear.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they'd get up in a tree with a bow and arrow, and, you know, I think what they do is they set the bait in a couple different places and then see if the bears would hit it, you know, and then they'd come back, whichever one they hit, and they'd reset it the next day and come back and sit up in the tree. And one of the guys that the year I went, he got a cinnamon-colored bear, which is kind of pretty. But, well, I tell you what, you're in a unique situation to be up in a tree with a, you know, with a bear on the ground, but...
Bow and arrow.
Yeah, yeah. One of the guys I used to work with, he actually made his own bow out of, you know, he'd cut the wood, cure it, make a bow, make his arrows, and then hunt with them. I mean, yeah. He had some skills above and beyond the average person, but, I wouldn't, I don't think I'd be any good at bow hunting. I don't have the patience, and like I said, I'm just not much of a hunter. But you ever gone deer hunting?
Yeah, I've gone a couple times.
Tell you what, a block from my house, just earlier this week. I'm not very good with cell phone cameras, but block from my house the other day, I was going to work, and there's a buck following a doe. Yep. Stopped right in the street in front of me. And I get more fun out of taking pictures of them because I got a son-in-law who hunts. And it seems like I'm always seeing deer, and I'm thinking, how hard can it be to hunt deer? I mean, they're everywhere. You know, I see these deer in town.
Yeah, my dad loves some deer hunting.
And they got pretty good set of antlers on them. And he'll go out and sit and sit and sit for days on end, you know, and, you know, get a deer once in a while. But
And my dad, actually, last weekend, he shot 2 8-point bucks.
really?
Yep.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't know much about deer, but that's a pretty good deer there.
Oh, that's in the road. That's just in the road.
Yeah, it's on the sidewalk. Yeah, it's on the sidewalk. It's a block from my house. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. There's a doe right outside the picture there. Then 10:30 that night, I got called out, and the same buck was laying in the grass with the doe about 10 feet away, and he's just following her around. But that's, from what I can count, that looks like it's got 8 points on it. And the funny thing is, and I don't know about deer because I don't hunt them, but the funny thing about it was I called my wife and said, hey, call, you know, I could sure use a camera. And, you know, like, Webster City. Yep. Yeah, the PD is fine. All right, thanks. So I called my wife and I said, hey, I don't have my camera, you know, but there's a deer that's like frozen right in front of me on the road, you know, this buck. And we're blocked from my house. So she comes over with the camera, and she's taking pictures of the doe. Yeah. Hey, pardon? Okay. She's taking pictures of the doe from about 10 feet away. The doe's kind of up on a hill. I'm talking to a guy who pulls up in another car, and he, we're both admiring this buck and the doe, and my wife's taking pictures of the doe. And I don't hunt, so I don't know anything about deer or their behavior or what's about to happen. And the guy says, "You better get your wife out of there." And what are you talking about? He says, "Well, that doe's getting ready to charge." She was kind of putting her head up and down like that and pawing at the ground. I'm like, what do I know about deer? So I'm trying to get my wife away from this deer before she gets thumped. And but my son-in-law says that the hooves on a doe are just razor sharp. And when they, how you see sometimes in the TV shows or something like that where they'll attack a hunter, that if they get up and start, hitting you with their hooves, they can really do some damage. Which I guess makes sense. What amazes me, my neighbor's got a fence that's probably, I think it's got to be 6, 7 feet tall. And it's amazing to me how high a deer can jump, to get over a fence. I didn't see the deer go over this one, but one of my neighbors said he saw a deer go right over it. They got apple trees in the yard. And they get in there and eat the apples, and then they get spooked by somebody coming out of the house and just literally vault right over that fence. Need to use the restroom?
I'm good.
You just a one sandwich fill you up?
It wasn't very good, so I'm still thinking about it. I'll probably
Eat the other one. Eat the other one. Yesterday a guy bought me a foot-long sub, and I'm like, I couldn't eat a foot-long sub if I was... That's a lot of sandwich. So you played a little bit of football. What about other sports?
I played hockey for a little while.
Yeah, I can't even imagine playing hockey. I've never been on skates in my life.
I learned how to skate when I was like 3 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've owned I bought some ice skates before, like thinking I'd try them some year, and never did get around to it.
I like ice skating, but I don't know. I don't really like playing hockey, like on a team.
Yeah.
I like playing it for fun, but...
Yeah. Seems like a sport that would be a lot of fun if you were skilled to stay on the skates but it seems like a lot of hockey players are missing a lot of teeth. It seems like most sports it seems like they've got some pretty good protection. They wear mouth guards and face masks and helmets and you see these hockey players, and it seems like even the good ones have got a lot of teeth missing. It seems like there's something wrong with their equipment.
I think it's because of fighting.
Yeah. That's what's weird about it's one of the few sports where it just seems like it's condoned or encouraged to have fights, and there's no real big penalty for getting into the fights. You just go sit in a box for a few minutes and come back out and play. But
I don't know if you know who Bugard is for the Minnesota Wild. He's like 6'2", he's just this big dude, he always gets in fights. I like to watch that.
Yeah. You watch boxing at all?
I watch like UFC.
Okay, yeah. A lot of that coming out anymore. It seems to be a sport that's really exploded. I grew up watching boxing with my grandfather, and now this mixed martial arts just seems to be taking everything over. Headland, at the PD. All right. Yeah, this this mixed martial arts stuff. What amazes me is how many different weight classes there are, and how many different groups there are, and it just boggles my mind. But we got pay-per-view the other night and watched this Manny Pacquiao fight on HBO. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's a guy from the Philippines who won 8 world titles. And he started out fighting like at 100 pounds, literally 100 pounds.
He was like a featherweight.
Yes, and he's gone up in weight to as high as I think 150 something. But and he's gotten 8 titles in 8 different divisions or 8 different weights. I mean, he's just absolutely awesome. And the guy he fought Saturday night was 17 pounds heavier than him, 6 inches taller than him, and he just beat him. I mean, it was just. He's got so much speed and skill that it's just amazing to watch him fight. And a legitimate nice guy. I mean, he's not arrogant, he's not cocky, just a legitimately nice guy who...
The skinny dudes can move really fast.
Pardon?
The skinny dudes can move really fast.
Yeah.
And the really big dudes, they move kind of slow, but they got all the power.
Yeah, and that was one of the issues in this fight was that, they always negotiate what weight they're going to fight at or whatever when they got the big name fighters, and these guys are both big name guys. But they weighed in like 24 hours before the fight. Well, they can drop a lot of that weight with water, sweating it out, to get down to the weight, and then they put it back on the next day. And there was literally a 17-pound weight difference between these guys when the time of the actual fight. That's a pretty big difference in weight for boxers, But he won. It went 12 rounds, and by the time it was over, the other guy's eye was virtually shut, and his face was just hamburger. I mean, he just really took a beating. But good fight. Pretty amazing. The mixed martial art guys, there's so many of them, and it seems like the one thing I like about the mixed martial arts fights is with boxing, if you're not undefeated, it's almost like, now this guy that I was telling you about, he's lost 3 fights out of about 50 or so, but, so he's still a world champion. But with boxing, historically, it seems like if you lose 1 or 2 fights, you're done. Mixed martial arts, it's like, they'll fight, lose, and they're not even upset about it. It's like, hey, shake hands, no hard feelings, and we'll fight again next month. And it's a whole different sport, a whole different attitude. But it doesn't seem to affect their career to have a loss.
Five.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I drink pop, but I don't usually drink it straight. Too much sugar. I usually like the Diet Pepsi. But I'm going to have to get my phone on a charger here before too long. It's going to be going. Get to meet Mike.
Hey, Mike, I think I can remember that name.
Yeah.
All right.
Mike hadn't eaten for a while, so we got him some sandwiches and cigarettes and pop.
Okay.
Just a little background on Mike. He played a little bit of football, a little bit of hockey, a little bit of canoeing. We've just been kind of shooting the breeze here. We haven't talked about anything. Haven't gone over anything at all.
Okay.
He's asked me a couple of questions, but I told him we'd talk. I wanted to give him a chance to eat. Mike's the guy that's going to be talking to you. I've got some other duties I've got to take care of, Mike. But I appreciate it that you've been, you've behaved yourself and the whole time you've been here, and you've been decent to me. Offered him to use a restroom. Hasn't used a restroom yet, but he said he hasn't needed to.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you guys alone.
I'll shut my phone off.
Yeah. And if you need anything, I'll be out in the hallway, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
How you doing today, Mike?
I could be better.
Could be better. Yeah, that's what I understand. I know it's been a long night. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you my card so you know who I am and who you're talking to. My name is Mike Krappel. I'm a police officer here in the state of Iowa, and just wanted to sit down and talk to you a little bit if that's okay with you.
Okay.
I understand you're from Minnesota?
Yep.
Okay. Just come down to visit our fine state, huh?
Yep.
Okay. What I'd like to do is I'd like to sit down and talk to you about some things, and before I do that, I'm sure that you have some questions that you want to ask me, and I've got some things I want to tell you. But before I can do that, I got to go through some things with you, if that's all right.
Yep.
Is this your pop, or is this Larry Lee's?
Yeah.
It's mine now. The problem is he drinks the heavy stuff, I like the diet. One thing I have to read through yet, before we talk, is I had to go through this form with you. Says that, you probably heard this on television a million times and stuff like that.
Like the Miranda rights stuff?
Yeah, but I still have to go through it. It says you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before you answer any questions or make any statements, and to have a lawyer present during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be provided for you free of cost if you want one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign this here. And then down here it says, do you understand each of these rights as I've explained them to you? Do you understand all that stuff?
Yeah.
Right there. And it says, having these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with me now? And if it's okay, if you want to talk to me for a little bit, can you go ahead and just sign there? Before we start, Mike, what I'd like to do is, they told me that your name was Michael Swanson, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. How do you spell that? You common spelling on Michael?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'd like to do is just get a little bit of your personal information, so I don't know you at all. What's your middle name?
Richard.
Richard? And how do you spell Swanson?
S-W-A-N-S-O-N.
Okay. And what's your current address?
3506 Sumter Avenue South.
I'm sorry, what?
Sumter, it's S-U-M-T-E-R.
Sumter Avenue South. Where's that at?
St. Louis Park, Minnesota.
Okay. Where's that at?
It's right outside, south side of Minneapolis.
South side? Kind of by the Mall of America, or?
I think that's, no, it's kind of, I don't know.
Not quite?
It's like connected to south side, but not near Mall of America, though.
Okay. And what's your date of birth?
May 11th, 1993.
Okay. You work anywhere?
Cup Foods
Cub Foods in St. Louis Park, or where?
in St. Louis Park.
What do you do there?
I'm a cashier.
Well, how long you been doing that?
I started on Thursday.
Started on Thursday? Like it or not?
It's boring, but
Boring? Bunch of old people coming through the line and getting food?
pretty much, but it's decent money and I got a lot of hours, so.
Oh, is it? Is it, Cub Foods is kind of, down here we have Aldi's. Do you have Aldi's up there?
I don't know.
It's kind of like a,
probably like the same thing.
yeah, it's kind of lower end. You got to bag your own groceries and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, same thing pretty much.
Is it? Okay. I don't think I've been to a Cub Foods. We don't have those around here. And you get a cell phone?
I don't have one.
None? Okay. You looks like you're 17 years old,
Yep,
going on 18,
I'm getting there.
getting there. 17 and a half, aren't you?
Something like that.
Something like that. Okay. You all done with school?
I'm a junior. I held back.
Okay. Where do you go to school at?
I have the 912 program, Central Community Center. It's an alternative school.
It's a grown-up school?
It's an alternative.
Alternative school. What'd you call it, community center?
Yeah, Central Community Center.
Where did you go to school before you dropped out?
I went to, I got expelled in junior high, and then that's when I started going there.
Okay. How did you get expelled?
I did acid, and I went to school. I took my pants off in class.
Take your pants off in class? Okay. screw around?
I don't know. I was just high as hell, and it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Okay. Okay. Are you on any medication right now?
Yeah.
Huh? Nice.
They talk about putting me on like a Abilify for bipolar.
Okay. So you're not taking any medication right now? Did you go to a doctor and were you diagnosed with being bipolar at some point? Okay. When was that, do you know?
Like a month ago.
Okay. So are you supposed to be on some medication?
They've been talking about it, they just like don't want to like make the jump right now.
Okay. So you haven't been prescribed anything?
They just talked about putting me on Abilify,
Okay.
which is what was probably going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Any other medications you're supposed to be on, or anything?
I took Adderall for a while, but not anymore.
Okay, what do you take that for?
ADHD.
Okay. And when did you quit taking that?
Like 3 years ago.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Okay. What about any alcohol or drugs? When's the last time you drank some alcohol?
Yesterday.
Okay. What did you drink yesterday?
Some vodka.
How much did you have yesterday?
I don't even know. I'd have to look at the bottle. It was in the car.
You had a full bottle in the car?
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever's left in the bottle?
Well, there's 2 bottles. One of them was almost empty. I didn't drink any of that one. And there's the other one, which I think is like half full.
Okay. So you drank maybe half a bottle of vodka yesterday? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nothing today?
No.
Okay. Okay. So in terms of drugs and alcohol, you feel okay to talk to me today? I mean, you understand what we're talking about and everything like that? Okay. So it's been at least a day since you've had any alcohol, and it looks like, what about drugs? Have you had any drugs?
Well, I just got out of lockup, so it's been a few months since.
It's been a few months since you've had any?
Yeah, since like July, since I've done any drugs.
Okay. Okay. So what was the last drug you did back in July?
Just marijuana.
Okay.
I was doing a lot of stuff though.
Okay. Is that before lockup?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing before lockup? And you're not, I'm not doing a drug investigation here or anything.
Like pretty much everything. I was doing ecstasy.
You said acid before. Were you doing some acid?
Acid and mushrooms.
Okay.
Just like popping some other pills.
Okay. So you're doing a little bit of experimenting, huh?
Well, I've done drugs for a long time.
Oh, have you? Since how old?
Since I was like 12.
Really? Okay. You ever get any treatment, or anybody ever give you some help for it?
I was locked up at the hospital like 4 times, and then like I did some outpatient stuff.
Okay. Okay. That's some tough stuff to beat, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I never really tried to beat it, so.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, you got to hit bottom, and you got to reach that point where you want to try.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes people a little longer. You're still pretty young, though. So, yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that have been through that, and it seems like they got to fight and fight, and eventually they hit the point where they want to get better, and you're probably not quite there yet. So, okay. But it looks like you got something to eat here, so you good to go that way?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. When's the last time you slept?
Like 4 days ago.
4 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, like, I mean, sometimes I just can't sleep at all.
Okay.
And then like other times I sleep way too much.
Okay. So you haven't slept in 4 days?
I don't know, I fell asleep a couple times when I was driving, but only for like a couple seconds.
Okay. Tonight you mean you fell asleep, or when?
Like today and yesterday.
Okay.
But not for very long.
Okay. How do you feel right now? Do you feel tired, or do you feel kind of energized?
Like, I don't know, like, I'm awake, but I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
Okay. Okay. My understanding is that they stopped and talked to you down at the McDonald's here in town?
They didn't really talk to me.
They didn't really talk to you?
Put me in the car.
Okay.
And there's like, I don't know, there's like 20 police cars there, so
Was
We're
it?
kind of talking to each other.
Okay. Well, I'd kind of like to talk to you a little bit about what happened tonight and stuff like that. Can you tell me what happened tonight? There's, you know, we could just pick a time, like maybe, say, 5 o'clock this afternoon.
I don't even remember what happened at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, tell me what you did today. Can you tell me what you did when you woke up
Everything
today?
today?
Yeah. Just kind of.
Well, I didn't even wake up, so I guess it's a continuation from yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, just since this morning, kind of nice and slow, where you woke up this morning and kind of what you did today.
Well, like, I'd been at my cabin last night. I drove up there. That's like way up north Minnesota.
Okay.
And I drove back down to St. Louis Park. And I was just kicking it with my friends.
And then what'd you do?
And like, I knew I was going to get locked up again because I violated my probation. So, like, I had a car. I had a gun. And I started driving south. I ended up in Iowa.
And then what happened?
I robbed some store.
Okay. Where was that at?
I don't even remember what city it was in.
Okay. Was it a gas station? Do you remember what kind? The name?
No.
Okay.
Well, I think it was a Kum and Go, but I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the people looked like.
So when you drove down from St. Louis Park tonight?
Yeah.
And what were you driving?
My mom's Jeep.
Okay. And what time did you leave St. Louis Park?
I want to say about 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock p.m.?
But I don't know, it's just a guess. Yeah, I think I was there at 5 o'clock, but...
Okay. You drive, tell me how you got down to Iowa.
I took Highway 169. I stayed on that highway.
Okay. So you took does 169 go all the way to St. Louis Park?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know where it starts, but I think it goes all the way down to, like, Mexico.
Okay. So you didn't come down the interstate, you came down 169?
I don't know the difference. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so you drove down 169.
Yeah. And, like, I had the gun, so I was like, I could go in and I could get some money.
Okay. What kind of gun did you have?
A Beretta, something.
Okay. Where'd you get that gun?
My cabin.
Your cabin up in northern Minnesota?
Yeah.
Okay. Whose gun is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was in a box up there.
Is it your parents' cabin?
Like, I don't know, it's like my entire family's cabin, so.
Okay. So are you assuming that it's one of your family members' guns, or?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the ammunition?
It was on it there.
Okay. Did you have to load it at some point?
It was on the clip, so I said put it in the gun.
You put it in the gun? Where did you do that at?
At the cabin.
At the cabin? Okay. So when you drove down today, you had that loaded gun with you the whole day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there was never a bullet in the chamber until I went in the store, though.
Okay.
So, you have, like, cock your back.
Okay. So it's a semi-automatic one. You gotta put one in the chamber, basically? Okay. Okay. Well, what was your plan?
I was like, well, I don't know, I gotta keep going south, because that's just what I was doing.
Keep going south?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just trying to get where I was warm, since I was living out of the car.
Trying to get where it was warm?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just gonna keep heading south?
Yeah. So, I don't know, I ended up in some other town. I don't know what town it was. I think this one was the Kum and Go.
Come and Go? Okay. Then tell me about that.
The clerk was the only person there. So I had the mask on, the coat on, and I went in there.
Okay. So when you pulled into this other town, do you remember the name of it at all?
I think I heard one of the officers say it starts with an H.
Starts with an H?
Yeah.
Okay. I know the officer may have said that, but does that sound right to you?
I don't even remember. I don't know. Just because he said that, I think it was like Hamilton or something.
Hamilton?
I don't know.
Okay. So whatever town it was, you think it was a Kum and Go, or do you know it was a Kum and Go?
I'm pretty sure it was a Kum and Go.
Okay. And tell me about the Kum and Go. Obviously, did you need gas or did you not? Okay. So did you just pull into the parking lot?
Yeah, I just pulled, like, you want me to drive?
Yeah, if you could.
Like, the gas station is right there, and then there's the pumps, and I parked right there.
Okay. It's just right gas station there. Now, from where you parked, could you see inside the store?
No, like, I think, like, I come in, and I drove by, and then like that, and I looked.
Okay. So you looked into the store to make sure that there was one clerk in there?
Yeah, she had her car parked outside, too.
Okay, where was her car parked at?
I think it was in one of these spots.
Okay. Do you know what kind of car she had?
I don't want to say a station wagon, but...
Maybe a station wagon?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what color it was at all?
I think it was red.
Okay.
Or maybe black, I don't know.
Okay. So when you came in here and you saw that she was the only one there and then you parked on this side, did you sit there for a while or did you get out right away?
I got out, and I put the mask on, I put the coat on, I put the gun in the bag.
Okay.
And I walked in with the gun in the bag, and I took it out, and I pointed at her. I put the bag on the table. That's what I did, like, I don't remember what I said, but she put the money in the bag. And she said, I don't remember. And then I shot her, and I left. Just walked out.
Just walked out? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You knew you were going to shoot her?
Yeah.
Okay. At what point did you make up your mind that you were going to shoot her?
I was just thinking, like, I don't know. It's like tying up loose ends. I don't know.
Tying up loose ends?
It's like, so then she can call the police. She can, like, point me out.
Okay. She won't be able to identify you, would she, if you shot her? Okay. So when you were still sitting in the car, did you know that you were going to shoot?
Yeah.
When you left the car, you knew you were going to shoot her? Okay, so when you walk in, can you tell me about any conversation that you had with her? You told her to put the money in the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say anything else?
No, I think she just put the money in the bag, and I shot her, I think. I don't remember anything else. I don't think she said anything, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. Do you remember, did she put her hands up like this or say don't shoot or anything like that? Did she plead for her life or anything?
No.
Okay. If she would have, at that point, would it have made a difference? I mean, were you going to do what you were going to do?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm always curious, how did it feel when you pulled the trigger? I mean, some people say that, you know, it feels powerful or that it's kind of a rush, or what did you feel when you pulled the trigger?
I felt powerful, but, like, I don't know, I just didn't really care.
Didn't care, okay. How else did you feel?
It had no effect on me. I just didn't even care. I don't know, I just felt like my adrenaline was pumping, I felt good.
Okay. How do you feel now? Do you feel the same, or has it changed a little bit?
Not really.
Not really?
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, sometimes people get shot.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what this clerk in this gas station looked like? Was it a white lady or a black lady?
It was a white lady. I think she was kind of older, though.
Kind of older? Okay. And do you remember, can you describe her hair or her face at all?
I think she had darker hair. I think it might have been kind of gray, but that's why I think she was older. But
Okay.
I don't really remember her face, though.
Okay. When you say older, are you about how old?
I'd say like 50s or 60s.
50s or 60s? Okay. Was she a skinny girl or heavy set?
I don't even know. I don't even remember what she looked like. I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember what she was wearing?
I think she was wearing, I don't know, I want to say like an apron.
Some type of
A
apron?
red apron, I think.
Was it like part of a uniform that they wear, or?
That's what I think, but I don't remember. I think it had that on it.
Okay. Like a red, like Kum and Go logo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. And where did you shoot?
Around her body?
Yeah.
In the face.
In the face? Okay. Why the face? Did you do that on purpose?
Well, I don't know, it just seems like it's final.
It was final? Okay. You knew for a fact that she'd be dead if you shot her in the face?
More than likely.
Okay. Okay. And why did you want her to be dead as opposed to just be injured?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know, like, if I was just going to shoot to injure her, why would I shoot her at all? I don't know. But that's like what I'm thinking right now, but I don't know back about them.
Okay. So after you shot her, did you see how she fell?
I think she said something when I shot her. Like, I don't know, like, she made, some noise, and she just fell down. She just kind of fell on the ground, and I walked to the car.
Okay. You said that she made some type of noise. What type of noise did she make?
Something like kind of like a half scream, half gasp.
Okay. Can you imitate it? I mean, I know you can't do it perfectly, but...
I don't know, it just kind of sounded like she was surprised. It was like, oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Because I didn't last very long, but I remember she said something.
Okay.
Made some type of noise.
Okay. And you said that you walked out of the gas station here?
Yeah. Like, I ain't like you in the fast, so I just kind of like walked, put it in my hand, bag in the other.
Okay.
Walked to the car, got in, drove away.
Okay. Were you worried about getting caught at that point?
Not really. And I figured I was going to continue going down 169, and then eventually I'd be out of Iowa.
Okay. Okay. And is that what you did? Did you keep going down 169?
Yeah, and then I ended up in Fort Dodge, I think it was.
Okay.
I got lost there. I was there for like 45 minutes just driving around in circles.
In Fort Dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there myself. Like, it's an easy town to get lost in. So when you went to Fort Dodge, were you going to look for another gas station to do it again?
It was just like 169 went through it or something.
Okay.
Or like, no, I actually think there's a detour. There's some construction on the road, and then it ended up in Fort Dodge.
Okay.
And I was just trying to get out of there.
Okay. So there were no gas stations there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If there had been a gas station, were you going to do it?
Well, like, I saw gas stations, and like, at that point I figured that's probably enough.
Okay. Okay. So when you got to Fort Dodge, were you gonna go to another gas station?
I went to a hotel first. Like, I was gonna try and go to sleep, but then like, I don't know, I didn't have a credit card, so like I couldn't get a room.
Okay.
So then like, I don't know, I went back in the car and I was gonna go get some food. And I went to Fort Dodge. I got lost, and eventually I left there, followed some other car, ended up in whatever city it was that McDonald's was in where I got picked up at.
Okay. So when you were in McDonald's, you were going to get some food?
Yeah. No, I was gonna, like, I had my sleeping bag, all stuff out in the car, and I was going to eat and go to sleep.
Okay.
I was going to try to go to sleep.
In the parking lot of McDonald's?
Somewhere. I was going to try and go somewhere like, I don't know, like, more hidden.
More hidden?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you figure that the police were looking for you at that time?
Well, I figure like they probably don't know who I am, but they probably know like what the car looks like and I don't know what license plate.
Okay. Were you going to try to get rid of the car or anything, or the gun or anything like that?
Well, I just thought since like if I can find somewhere to hide and go to sleep, and the next morning I'll probably be out of Iowa in like an hour or something.
Okay. You were just going to keep driving south?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you going to keep robbing places, or what was your goal?
If I had run out of money, I'd have probably done it again. don't know.
How many times did you shoot her?
One time.
Just one time, just in the face? Okay. Good. I want to be clear. One of the things I like to do is to understand why things happen. And some people probably ask me why this happened.
I think part of it's because I didn't sleep for like 4 days. And like, I don't want to say like I was manic, but I don't know.
Okay. How do you feel right now?
About what? Like,
Do you feel manic right now, or do you feel pretty normal?
I feel normal. I just feel like I need to get some sleep.
Okay. Okay.
I think I'm burnt out now.
Burnt out? Okay. When you say that you felt manic, have you felt manic before, or have you been diagnosed with that?
I think that's part of the whole bipolar thing.
Okay.
Like before, like the same thing, when I was coming down 169, I did that before, and I got arrested in Missouri.
You did what before?
I stole a car
Okay. When was that?
last April.
Okay. Okay. But you didn't rob anybody or shoot anybody then, did you?
I had my own money, and I didn't have a gun either.
Okay. Okay. So if you were manic both times, why do you think you shot this time?
Because I didn't have money, and I had a gun, and
Okay. So the fact that you had a gun made it you could do something about not having some money, couldn't you?
yeah. Like, I was just kind of freaking out because I hadn't slept for a while, and then I started to hallucinate. And like, I don't know. I was just trying to get out of Iowa. I was just trying to get to wherever I was going.
Mm-hmm. When you say hallucinate, what do you mean?
I just always saw things like on the corner of my eyes, and I was always just looking. Like, especially when I was driving.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be driving, and like, I just keep looking out the window because I thought there was something right there.
Okay. Had that ever happened to you before?
Man, it happens like when I don't sleep, and like it really starts to bug me. Cause, like the headlights. Like, I don't know, I could see it move, and then like I feel like there's a car like coming straight up at me, and I look, and then there's nothing there.
Okay. Okay. You said that you hadn't slept in sounds like a while. When's the last time you think you slept?
What day is it? Monday? Or?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Actually, Tuesday, early Tuesday morning. Yesterday was Monday. Just turned Tuesday a couple hours ago.
I think I slept Thursday night and Friday morning.
Okay. So you were up the entire weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was working at Kum Foods and being a cashier, so.
Okay. What hours did you work this weekend at Kum Foods?
I worked on 11 to 6, Sunday, Monday, and on Friday I worked from 3 to 8.
Okay. So on Sunday you worked 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.?
Yep. Same with Saturday.
Same with Saturday?
And Friday, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
And you didn't work Monday, I take it? Yesterday?
No.
Okay. So
I was supposed to work yesterday, but I wasn't there. I was here.
Okay. So Sunday, you work 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and you get out, and this Kum Foods is in St. Louis Park, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do once you get off work at 6 p.m.?
Go home.
Home to your parents' address?
Yeah.
Okay. And what'd you do there?
Listen to music.
Okay.
Watch movies.
Were your parents there?
Yeah. Or my mom was there. My dad was deer hunting. I shoveled.
You did what?
I shoveled.
Shoveled snow?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have any of that here yet, so did you guys get a lot up there?
There's a lot of it. It was really wet, so it was hard work.
Okay. What's your mom and dad's name?
My mom's name is Kathy.
And your dad?
Robert.
Okay. And they're still married and they're both your biological parents?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what'd you do that later Sunday night?
Sunday night?
Yeah, after you shoveled snow and...
My dad came home, I helped him with, like, the trailer away. And I was up, just like, I was watching The Hangover or something.
Okay. Is this at your house you're doing this?
Yeah, and then I packed up a jacket and a sleeping bag and stuff, and then I took the car.
What time did you take the car? What time did you leave the house?
It was probably about midnight.
Okay. Sleeping bag, and this was just the jacket that you wore in gas station?
Yeah.
Okay. What color is that jacket?
It's like an army jacket.
Okay. And what about the ski mask? Was that in there, or did you pack that too?
I think I found that at the cabin.
Okay.
So I took that at the cabin. I took like that and like some long johns and stuff. It was really cold out.
Okay. So you left about midnight?
Yeah. And I drove to my cabin.
How far a drive is that?
Like 5 hours.
And where's that at?
Big Fork, Minnesota.
Why'd you go up there?
I don't know, I just needed somewhere to go. It's like, I don't know, I just got in the car, I didn't really know where to go. And so I thought I could go up there, I'd be the only one up there.
Okay. Did you have a key to get in, or did you have to break in, or?
Well, usually it was unlocked, and I got up there, and it was locked. I broke the window.
Okay. And what time did you get up there about?
About 5 in the morning.
Okay. And what'd you do there?
Well, my grandpa was there, but he was sleeping. He's dead, so I didn't even wake him up.
What's your grandpa's name?
Dean
What's his last name?
Swanson.
Okay. So he didn't even know you were there?
No.
Okay. What'd you do there then?
I watched TV for a little bit, and I ate some food. And then I went in the closet, and I grabbed a pop, like, I don't know, a pantry thing, and I came out, and it's in my grandpa's bedroom. Like, all, like, everybody's deer hunting and stuff was up there. It's like, I seen a rifle, and then, like, I don't know, some case. I looked in the case, and that's where I found the gun.
Okay.
Pistol.
There's a bunch of people out there deer hunting right now?
There was over the weekend. They went there Sunday night.
Okay.
Because my grandpa was up there.
Okay. So somebody left that gun behind, you think?
Yeah. Like, a lot of people just leave their stuff out there.
Okay. Did you look in the case, or did you just take it because you knew what was in it?
I looked in it.
Okay. And what did you see?
Well, on the top, there's like 3 clips. I picked one up and looked at them, and it was like, you lift it up, and there's like a part underneath, and that's where the gun was.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I took the case outside, and I put it in the car.
The case, the 3 clips, and the gun?
And, like, everything that was in the thing.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, what else did you put in the car besides the gun?
The rifle.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that was it from the cabin.
Okay. You said that you got the ski mask from the cabin?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you said some long johns too?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Some gloves, I think.
Okay.
And a pair of boots.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what was in the car, but something like, I don't know, just like some food. I found some, like, a package of donuts, and I put that in the car.
Okay. Why were you taking all that stuff, Michael?
My favorite since I'll be driving, like, I don't know, need something to eat. Like the rifle, I was just shooting at trees, like, in the driveway. I don't know, fascinate gun.
Okay, so you're fascinated by guns.
I think guns are just fascinating.
What was your plans when you left the cabin?
I don't know, I drove back to St. Louis Park and I just kind of kicked it with some of my friends.
Okay. Who'd you hook up with there?
My friend Danny, my friend Kenneth. But they didn't know about the car or the gun or anything.
Okay. What's Danny's last name?
Segla. I just walked to his house.
Okay. Can you spell his last name?
C-E-G-L-A.
Segla? Okay. Where does he live at?
He lives in St. Louis Park.
You know what street he lives on or anything?
In Brunswick.
Brunswick?
That's his mom's house. I don't know the address though.
What's mom's name?
I think it's Susan.
You know dad's name?
Gary. His dad lives somewhere else. He lives on Lake Colorado or something.
Okay. Okay. And who else did you kick with?
My friend Kenneth.
What's his last name?
Yellen.
Can you spell that?
Y-E-L-L-E-N.
Do you know where he lives?
It's Sumter.
Same road as you?
Yeah, but like, I don't know, like 10 blocks away.
What's his mom and dad's name?
I've never met his mom or dad.
Do you live with them?
He lives with his mom.
Yeah.
He's 22 though, so.
Okay. How old is Danny?
He's 19.
Okay. What'd you do with those guys?
We went to Munchies.
All three of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just some little restaurant there.
Okay. So, this is sometime Monday?
Yeah, this is Monday afternoon.
Okay.
After I drove back from the cabin.
It's called Munchie?
Munchies.
Okay. What'd you do there?
We had something to eat and something to drink, and we just kind of talked for a while.
Okay. What'd you guys talk about?
Like, I told him I violated my probation.
Which was what? Leaving your mom and dad's place?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
What did they say about that?
they told me I was stupid.
Okay. And what else did you tell them?
I didn't really tell them about like anything I did, because like they wouldn't want to hear it.
So you didn't tell them about breaking into the cabin or taking the guns? Okay. Why didn't they want to hear it?
I didn't even want to tell them, because I know they were just gonna like bitch at me.
Did you tell them what you were going to do?
Well, I told them I'm gonna leave St. Louis Park. Well, I don't really know where I'm gonna go.
Talk about anything else?
Not really, just kind of like old times.
Okay. When you told them that you were going to leave, did they ask, you know, how you're going to get money or anything like that?
Okay. I think they assumed I had money.
Why would they assume that?
Because I was working at Cook Foods.
Okay. Okay. So you left. After you leave Munchies, what do you do after that?
We all kind of split ways.
Okay. Did you give either one of them a ride home or anything?
They didn't even know about the car.
Okay. Did you park it down the street or what?
I parked it a few blocks away from Danny's house, and I walked to his house when I met up with him.
Okay. And then what'd you do after you left Munchies?
Danny went home and kind of put me in, and I told him I was leaving, so I said bye. And then I started driving.
Okay. So you drove out of St. Louis at the park at that point? Do you know about what time of day that would have been?
I think we left Munchies when it closed, and that was at around
o'clock PM? Okay,
Yeah.
so it was later in the afternoon when you were at Munchies?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and what'd you do after that?
Started driving.
Okay. Just heading south on 169?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you stop prior to getting gas at the first gas station tonight? When was the last time you got gas, do you remember?
That was when I was coming back from the cabin.
Coming back from the cabin? Do you remember where that was at?
No, I don't even remember what gas station it was.
Okay. Would it be someplace between the cabin and
Yeah.
the cities?
Yeah, someplace in between there. I remember I stole the gas.
You stole the gas? Okay. So you drove in, filled up, and just took off?
Yep.
Okay. All the money you took, was that still in the duffel bag?
That was in like the, I don't know, the glove compartment, I think.
The glove box? Okay. 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 Is there anything else that I haven't asked you about that you think might be important?
I don't know, it's kind of like the not sleeping. I don't know.
What about the not sleeping?
It's like, I don't know, I think I have insomnia.
You think you have insomnia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just like bipolar when I get manic. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone through bouts like this before where you can't sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you usually handle that?
You just gotta wait it out.
Just wait it out, and then you get tired?
Yeah. Or like other times I get like really depressed and it lasts for a long time.
Okay. And then do you like when you crash, do you find yourself sleeping for a long time?
Yeah. I can sleep like a whole day.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever done anything like this in the past?
I drove to Missouri.
Okay. You ever robbed a gas station like you did tonight?
No.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to step out and talk to Larry for a second. You cool in here?
Yeah.
Need anything? Anything to drink or anything?
I'm kind of thirsty, but I just smoke all the cigarettes, made me thirsty.
Yeah, you can smoke a cigarette. You want a glass of water or
Yeah.
pop?
A pop.
Pop? Well, you want another Coke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. Just sit down here and I'll go grab it for you, okay?
I'll try and think of like a question or something.
Yeah, if you think of anything else, I'll be right back in, okay?
Okay.